everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to do a book review for A List of Cages by Robin Roe. Early on, people were getting art copies of this and I was hearing great things. So I definitely wanted to pick up my own copy and I read it and they were right, guys. 5 stars, a very powerful and real story, and I can't wait to tell you about it and hopefully persuade you to pick up your own copy. A few quick bits about that. It is Robin Roe's debut novel, which is mind-blowing because it is so well written. The characters are like my little cinnamon buns and I just love them so much. It's a YA contemporary story with no romance and it's kind of like a coming of age story about friendship as well. This is the story of friendship between these 2 young men who used to be foster brothers. It's told through alternating first person narrative perspectives. We get Julian, who is 14 years old. So he's a freshman in high school. He suffers from dyslexia, and then you have his once upon a time foster brother Adam, who is 18 years old, who is a senior in high school. Julian's parents died when he was 9 years old and he didn't have any living relatives at the time, or so they thought, so he went to live with Adam's family for a few months, but then Julian's uncle came forward and took over guardianship of him. So as Julian enters high school, he starts going to the school psychologist for things that he is dealing with, and he never shows up for his appointments. Adam, on the other hand, has ADHD, and to kind of curb that, he has this cool elective where he works as an aide for the school psychologist. In order for Julian to make it to his appointments, Adam is tasked with making sure that he gets there. Former foster brothers end up bumping into each other and catching up, and Adam notices that something is off about Julian. At first he thinks that, oh, this is great, let's rekindle our friendship and our brotherhood and all of this, let's catch up. But he notices something is a little bit off. Julian doesn't seem to be this bright, bubbly person that he used to be. His clothes don't fit, he's kind of sick often, and he's a lot quieter and withdrawn than he used to be. What I loved about these 2 characters is that they're very believable characters. I love the representation of dyslexia and ADHD. I also love all the character representation of all these high school students. The side characters are very unique, they serve their purpose, they have their own traits that follow through the whole entire novel, and they stay true to who they are and they don't get lost in the mix. But let me go ahead and tell you that there is a lot more to this story than just 2 foster brothers rekindling their friendship. This story has trigger warnings for child abuse, Stockholm Syndrome, and psychological torture. This is a heartbreaking book. It's a little hard to read at times, but it just packs such an emotional punch. It's so well written. Super great emphasis on friendship. Characters are absolutely precious. I really think that you're gonna love this story if you can handle the trigger warnings that I have already told you about. It's very raw, emotional, thought-provoking, poignant. It's just all of the great things that you could possibly think of in a debut. This definitely has it. It shows you the power of friendship and how powerful that bond can be. I just absolutely loved it. I love Julian and Adam with a passion, but I highly recommend it. There's not one bad thing that I can say about it, from the characters to the setting. Everything is believable and flows. The writing is great and the conflict is obviously there, and I liked how it was resolved as well. So highly recommend this. 5 stars. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Definitely pick it up. But that's all for today's review. I hope I have convinced you to pick up your own copy or at least borrow it from the library. Definitely recommend you guys. That's all I can say about it. But I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!